Hello everyone, I hope you're all taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the high grade 12144 Gundam TR-6, also known as the Woundwort, and this is from the Advance of Zeta, released by Bandai back in 2018. So, doing a really quick unboxing of a Advance of Zeta kit to jump on yet another April bandwagon of the whole AoZApril, also known as Advance of Zeta April. Yay for A's and Aprils. So I thought I'd just do a relatively simple Advance of Zeta kit, just because timing is going to probably be an interesting point to contend with. So I thought the Woundwort was on hand. The other Advance of Zeta kits I have are all in larger boxes, so I thought, you know what, I'll save those for next year. So here we have the front of the box of the Woundwort. As you can tell from the monochromatic look, it is P Bandai. And in fact, I think about 95% of Advance of Zeta was P Bandai. Unfortunate, but I can appreciate it being an acquired taste. I knew when I first saw this, I looked at it and thought, you know, not a big fan of the design, but seeing some of the huge lineage of the mobile suit design, only then did it start to grow on me. And although not all of them have, some of them have more than others, but hopefully as time goes on I'll do some of those unboxings as well. But as I mentioned, it is a larger box. Anyway, that's pretty much the box itself. I mean, there's not too much else extra of interest. I mean, the bottom is blazoned with the name of the suit, and then the side will just have that. Nothing too overly interesting. So that's pretty much the box, or at least the box cover. Inside the box, and I'm sure I've probably had a quick rummage at this before, so we'll have a very plain instruction manual. And we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 bags of runners, which will be interesting to look at. We've got some various color tones in there, so I will crack open the plastic bags and we will have a look inside. Okay, so with everything out of the plastic bags, here we have the front of the Woundwort manual. So we do have a color guide here, no pictures, it's all in text. So the body will be white, the frame will be a dark blue, there's some red on the main body, a bit of yellow, and some green for some sensors. So for the most part it will be a dark blue and white kit. Looking through the manual, well, before we look through the manual, we also have the parts list at the very top. So we have 3 A runners, 3 B runners, 2 Cs, polycaps, a small D runner, 2 sets of stickers, a PVC wire, and 2 base parts by the looks of things. So, surprising amount of plastic involved, which will be interesting given if you've seen the completed look of the Woundwort. It has a very interesting aesthetic, so good amount of plastic to see how it all pans out. So, in terms of the build, at the bottom we have the start of the build. Start with the body, as most sets do, the head, the arms, and you build 2 arms at the same time, so you probably convert them to a left and a right basically later on, as you can see up here. So make the left, make the right, add on the faux shoulders to basically make up the upper torso, build the right leg, build the left leg, in fact, just put this down, make sure everything's actually in proper view. So both the legs to the waist, which has an interesting shape about it. Put the legs and the waist together with the main torso. Build the included stand, the giant weapon, so there will be a rifle mode of the weapon. That is a very big rifle. Got to give it to Advance of Zeta. There's some very interesting designs here. But yes, that rifle is huge. And then there is what is called the Crow mode, which I'm not too sure about. Beginning to see why I pondered about getting a second Woundwort to do all these various things, but then I thought, do I really want to go down that route? But yes, so there's a Crow mode, alternate mode, and lastly there is also a mobile armor mode. And as you can see, especially from this step here, it is a parts former, but to be honest, it's to be expected. And those steps just go through how to configure it over into its mobile armor mode, which does look quite nice. So that pretty much brings us to an end of the interesting instructions. Now before we get too engrossed in everything, so we do have the two sticker sheets. So one is the actual foil stickers, some stuff for some lenses, for eyes, and I assume the dark blue, slightly purple stickers will be color correcting stickers. Whilst this one is more of a sticker transfer type of sheet with some iconography. So those are the two stickers. PVC wire, my dreaded friend, the PVC wire. I can't remember what it was. Yes, I can. The Real Grade Tall Geese 3. Ever since then, me and PVC wires have a very interesting dynamic. We'll leave it at that. So that's the wire. Now, as for the runners, so I'll start off as A1 and A2. Mainly because I've noticed that for the most part, A1 and A2 when combined will make a full A runner. But in the actual box they are split in half. So here is A1 with some various armor parts. Not too much detail, there is still some, but there isn't a lot. And I can imagine this giant piece will be part of the rifle. Here is A2. So some more various bits and pieces. So we know that'll probably be part of the waist. There's parts of the head. Both of these runners are in white. However, there is also the A3 runner, which is also in white. And in fact, is it a copy? Or am I imagining things? Hold on. Let me bring back A1. So A3 is a copy of A1 for the most part, without these bits here. So there you go. So A3 is actually a copy for your lefts and your rights. Mystery solved. So those were the three A runners. We have the three B runners, and I suspect B3 will probably be a copy of someone. B1 and B2 can be combined to make a full B runner, as I'm hopefully demonstrating there. So this is in that dark blue, slightly purple look. I almost feel like saying Night Lord's blue. No, it wasn't Night Lord's, it was... Midnight blue. I look great when I'm wet, I look blue when I'm dry. But anyway, digression aside. So here is B1, yes, B1, yes, definitely B1. As I said, in that interesting color. So a lot of the inner frame components here. And then B2, still the same color. I'm just going to call it midnight blue from now on. Hands, more internal joints and things like that, and probably the interior of the waist. Now, before I take them away, okay, now I know who a copy of B3 is. So B3 is a decent copy of B1. I'll put it this way. So it's pretty much excluding some of that section. So that's B3 in the same quote-unquote midnight blue color as well. So those were the 3 B runners. In terms of C's, to which there were 2. So we have C1 and C2, which were probably on similar injection frames. C1 is all in yellow. C2 is back to that midnight blue. So we have those 2. A very small D runner, all in red. So that'll be eyes, and D2 looks like it'll be part of the waist, given I can see some of the ESFS logo on that piece. Polycap runner in a bit of a dark grey. In fact, it's my favourite polycap runner, the Ono polycap. Nice to see you again, my friend. And lastly, we have 2 of these self-contained base stands. That's very nice that they gave us 1, let alone 2. But I will admit, I actually do quite like these little base stands because everything you need is literally all here. And those are both in black. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of the Gundam TR-6 Woundwort. Very interesting unboxing, trying to understand some of those runners, because I know a lot of those runners like to be copies of and or replicate in other Advance of Zeta sets down the track. I'm sure I'll see many of them again later on. But for the time being, pretty much focusing on the Woundwort, and hopefully, with a bit of luck, can get this started in the next few days, which basically means this video will be given priority treatment for publishing, and then I get to go back to everything else. But that's okay. You'll see when stuff comes up. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you wish to do so. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.